Hey, Jacob, have you got a second?
Sure, what's up?
I've just been looking over our bank statements and couldn't help but notice that you've been spending quite a bit recently. I mean, you spent over $300 on some trainers.
They weren't just trainers, they were brand new. Limited edition ones. Trust me, they'll be worth like double in a couple of months.
Yes, but trainers aren't going to help pay the bills, are they?
Maybe not, but I like them and they make me feel good about myself.
But baby, we kind of need that money. We could put it away for a rainy day, or start saving it up for a baby or something. I just know it could be put to better use than on some trainers that you could get for much cheaper.
Look, it's my money, so I'll spend it on what I want. I don't nag at you when you buy yourself clothes, do I?
No, I guess not.
Okay then.
Just promise that you'll tell me if I need to start worrying. We don't want to end up in a load of debt that we can't pay off.
There's nothing to worry about. I've got it all under control.
Okay then. I'm trusting that you know what you're doing then. Jacob, what on earth have you done?
Wow, calm down. What do you mean?
I mean that I've checked the monthly statements again and you spent even more than last month. Not to mention the warning letter from the bank reminding you that you owe them over $40,000 from your credit cards. You told me that you were handling it and that there was nothing to worry about. What happened?
I didn't think that you'd find out.
How can you say that? Of course I'd find out. I'm your wife. What could you possibly have been spending the money on anyway?
It's just normal stuff, like food and essentials.
How can you possibly spend $5,000 on food?
It was a posh shop?
Jacob, please tell me the truth. Otherwise, I won't let this drop.
Fine. I've spent quite a lot on gambling. When I first got into debt, I thought that I could win some money at the casino and pay it off. It sort of worked, but then I bet all of that money and ended up losing it all. I kept trying, but I kept losing. What are we gonna do now?
Well, it's going to take a lot of hard work and effort, but we should be able to make enough to pay it all off before the interest on it grows too big to handle.
You're really gonna help me pay it off?
Of course. You're my husband and I love you. Even if I am incredibly mad at you right now. But as a couple, we help each other out. At least now you know not to make the same mistakes again.
Jeez, who knew that having an older wife would be so great? You're so dependable and responsible. I know I can pay the debt back in no time as long as you're here to help.
Well, it's not going to be easy. We're going to have to make quite a few sacrifices and pick up a few new jobs as well. Sadly, I don't think we're going to be having much free time.
You mean we've got to work on our days off?
And at any point we can find to. 40 grand is a lot of money. It's going to take us a few years, but we can do it.
Years? That's a very long time.
Well, at least we'll have each other.
Yeah, sure.
The most important thing to remember now, though, is that we can't afford to splurge on anything luxurious. We can only afford the essentials. Which means no going off to the bar every weekend with your friends. We just can't afford it now.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's the price you've got to pay.
Okay, I'll do my best.
And I'll be right beside you the whole way. Jacob, where are you? It's 1 a.m.
Oh, Max, I'm just out with some friends. We're having a great time. I forgot how fun it is to spend some quality time with people you love.
But we can't afford to be spending money like this. We still have so much money to pay back to the bank.
Relax, will you? It's only one night. It's not gonna kill us if I have one night of fun with my friends.
You said that last month when you went to that expensive restaurant with your friend Laura. Not to mention the month before, when you spent over $200 on a pair of new trainers. If you're not going to take your debt seriously, then I'm not going to help you pay it off. Why should I be working myself to the bone and missing out on fun things when you aren't doing your part to make our financial situation any better?
Okay. I'm sorry. I promise I'll come home and I won't spend any more money needlessly until we've paid off what we owe.
I'm only doing this for our sake. If we ever want to move or maybe start a family, then we don't want to be up to our eyeballs in debt.
I know, and I appreciate you thinking ahead like that. I'll be home soon.
Okay, love you. Hey, sweetie, guess what?
What?
We finally paid off all of our debt.
What? We did? That's amazing. So we can finally spend our money on fun things again?
Well, I wouldn't go too crazy, otherwise we'll just end up in the same situation again. But we can have a bit of fun with it, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, now that we've finally worked all that debt off, there's something I've been meaning to say to you for a while now.
What is it?
I want a divorce.
What? I don't quite understand. Is this a joke?
Nope, no joke. I've got the papers all ready here for you to sign.
But why? I thought you loved me.
Are you really that daft? I only needed you around to help me pay off my debts. Why else would I want some old biddy over a hot younger girl? LOL.
Old biddy? I'm only 36. That's hardly old.
Old enough? There's no way I'd want to start a family with an old crone like you. That's why I've been seeing someone else. Laura. She's cute, funny, has great taste, and is so hot. Everything you're not. LOL.
God, how could I be so blind as to not see what a horrible person you are? I'll gladly sign those divorce papers. Just send them over.
Happy to. Oh, and I want the apartment. Yup, it's my place now, so get your things and move out before I chuck all your stuff in the bin.
Fine, whatever. I don't want to stay in a place tainted by you anyway.
Great. Get the papers back to me ASAP. I don't want to stay married to you any longer than I have to.
Same.
Finally free from your old, wrinkly face. LOL.
Funny, I was just about to say the same thing about you.
Whatever. You just can't handle the fact that I was smart enough to use you whilst being with someone so much younger and better than you. LOL.
Actually, I'm grateful that you asked for a divorce when you did.
Huh? Why would you be grateful? I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you.
You see, I've never got the chance to tell you, but I've recently been hired for a new job.
And?
Well, this new job of mine is paying me $6,000 a month. Do you know how much spare money I'm going to have?
What? $6,000 a month? There's no way that some old crone like you would get a job that great.
Not to mention that this job pays me to travel the world. You've always wanted to travel, haven't you? Oh well, guess it's too bad for you. I'll just have to find someone else to go with me. LOL.
Hang on. What are you on about?
Whilst I was helping you pay off your debt, I was looking for new jobs that would pay a higher salary instead of the meager part-time wages we were getting. Well, I found one where I'll go around the world and document all of the best places for tourists. Obviously, there's a bit more to it than that, but I wouldn't want to bore you with the details. Nor would you even understand what I'm on about.
Wait a minute, look. Maybe we acted too hastily in getting divorced. It was just a very stressful time with all the work and the debt, and maybe we just needed a little space from one another. We should try giving ourselves another shot.
Never in a million years. Besides, you've got Laura now. I'm sure she's just what you deserve. Goodbye, Jacob. I left Jacob and the town that we had lived in and set off on my new life. My new job was difficult but exhilarating. I was finally able to travel the world like I had always dreamed of doing, and I finally felt as if I was being challenged in my daily life. I ended up meeting and falling in love with an incredibly handsome man from one of the countries I visited. It was love at first sight, and we have been together ever since, through thick and thin, and he thinks that I am the most beautiful woman in the world. As for Jacob, he and Laura ended up breaking up as they both fell into huge amounts of debt. It turned out that they both were terrible gamblers who didn't know when to call it quits. Jacob tried to get in contact with me to help him pay off his debts again, but I ignored him. It's time he learned what being responsible for himself looked like.
Hey babe, do you remember Tyler from high school? As in Tyler Kane?
Don't remind me. Of course I do. I remember him as clear as day. How come you're asking?
Well, do you remember we talked about getting a new car before? Well, I had time today during lunch, so I decided to take a look at that car dealer near the station just to check it out. And this man came running out of the store and approached me. I was so scared. I thought he was gonna attack me, honestly. Anyway, it turned out that it was him. He said he recognized me right away, but I only remembered who he was when I saw his name tag. He mentioned you, so I told him that we were married now, etc. Then that was it, really. It was just a quick hi and bye thing.
Oh, right.
But apparently, he works there.
Ah, he sells cars now, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. He said he was the branch manager there.
Oh, yeah? That's hard to believe. Wow. I never thought that someone as ruthless and manipulative as him could ever take on a role with responsibilities like that. Life has a funny way of showing you things, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
Man, now I've started recalling horrible memories from back then. He had the worst personality you could ever imagine, and he did the most horrible things to me in class. He was like your typical big bully, you know?
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember you telling me about him now. I mean, we were always in different classes back then, so I didn't actually see any of the bullying that went on, but I do remember hearing some rumors about you guys.
Yeah. Remember I told you how I didn't have any money back then because my family's business wasn't doing that well at the time?
Yeah.
He called me all kinds of names. And the other kids just followed suit. He used to make fun of me because I had no money all the time. All the friggin' time.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I never had the courage to say anything back to him either. Man, I was so weak back then.
Oh, no! I really didn't mean for you to bring those memories back up again. Sorry, babe.
No, it's okay. As hard as it is for me to say and even try to let go of it, there's no point in dwelling on the past, is it? Anyway.
Yeah, well, I just thought that you should know. Maybe we could have gone there together to check their cars out. But perhaps after what you've just said, that won't be a good idea. I have to say, though, the store looked like a decent one and had quite a big collection of cars. The service from him and the other clerks was great too, actually. I mean, Tyler was pretty professional and assertive, but I guess that's to be expected from a branch manager, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm just curious to see how much he's changed, if I'm honest. I'll have a think about that.
Yeah, just let me know if you feel up to it. No rush.
So, what else did he say? I bet he tried to chat you up and get you to go out for a drink with him. I remember he always had his eyes on you.
No, please. I doubt it. I'm sure he was just being nice.
Well, if I were him and I saw someone as beautiful as you, there's no doubt in my mind that I'd go begging for your number.
Oh, Sam, please. Anyway, let me know what you think about going over there once you've given it more thought, okay?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I will actually. It might be interesting, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this might sound immature, but maybe I can show him who I've become, you know? And show him that I'm not the poor boy that I used to be. And who knows? Maybe we will buy a car there just to prove that I'm not as poor anymore. A part of me is dying to see his face once he sees how much I've turned my life around. I've always deep down wanted to get back at him. Maybe I really am being immature.
Oh, wow. I've never heard you talk like that before. It sounds like you have a really strong grudge against him.
Yeah, I guess I still do.
Was he that bad?
I mean, yeah, like you wouldn't believe. I used to have nightmares about it. Those memories still come back to haunt me every now and then, too.
Well, then maybe it's for the best that we don't go there. We can just forget that I ever mentioned this. At least now we know not to go there to get our new car, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I'll let you know once I've given it more thought, though. I might just want to approach it differently.
Okay, babe.
Yo, I can't believe I still had your contact info. I could have sworn I deleted your number. Anyway. Tyler, glad to get a message from you. What's with the sarcasm, man? You should be grateful that I'm texting you. I'm not being sarcastic. You and I need to talk. Huh? About what? About what happened today. Do you think that what you did today was appropriate? At any level? Huh? What are you on about, man? Oh, geez, don't play that game with me. You know exactly what you did to me. Unbelievable. You know, I actually went to your store because I was considering getting a new car. And what did I ever do to you to be refused like that? What did I ever do to you to be kicked out of the store like that? Huh? Oh, psh. Come on. Who are we kidding here? We all know that you had zero intentions of buying a car in the first place anyway. Why the hell would you want to waste our time? And why should a poor guy like you even have the right to touch our line of luxury cars, let alone test those babies out? They're our precious products, you know? They can only go into the hands of wealthy people who can afford it. Not trash like you. And you call yourself the manager of that store? You showed absolutely no professionalism and not a single bit of care for the customer. You shoved me and kicked me out of the store like some wet dog. How do you explain that? Whatever, man. We don't want window shoppers in our store. You're like little flies. You don't do nothing but fly around and make people want to squash you. How dare you? We don't sell cars to the homeless. Or have you forgotten what you were like back in high school? No, in fact, I remember exactly what you did to me. It's as clear as day. Huh, the good times, huh? I thought you would have grown up since then. But you're such a disappointment. Huh, says you. Listen to this coming from a low-life idiot. You take that back now. Man, I still don't get what Cheryl sees in you, man. What's she doing married to a lowlife like you? She should come to me. In fact, tell Cheryl that I'll marry her anytime. She'll have a better life with me than you. Well, let me make this clear. If you dare so much as come near my wife, I'll make sure you regret it. Listen to this big talk. And what do you think you're gonna do about it? Once a loser, always a loser. Wow, it's hard to believe that you're 35. You still act like a kid. Is this how you entertain yourself? By mocking other people? And what if it is? I mean, old habits die hard, right? Plus, I was really annoyed when I heard that you went to the college that I wanted to go to, man. And how did you get in? Through a scholarship? What about me? I couldn't go there because of you and your affirmative action. How is this because of me? Nah, shut up, man. Geez, you're still as unreasonable as you used to be back then. Maybe that's why you couldn't get into a decent college. Whatever, man. You know what's actually unreasonable? That you friggin' got married to Cheryl. Why in the world did she choose you? That's unreasonable. I knew it. You always had a thing for her, didn't you? And that's why you're still acting like a bully. Nah, you just piss me off. Just looking at a face like yours makes me want to beat the hell out of you. You want to know what I think? What? I reckon it's only a matter of time until Cheryl realizes what a loser she's with. Not only a loser, but a broke loser. No, you're totally wrong. She loves me. Don't project your jealousy onto me just because you're still single. And besides, what makes you think that I'm broke? Well, that's an easy question. You came to our store and couldn't even pretend to look like you were going to purchase one of our proud high-end cars. All right, then I'll give you another chance. Say what? Another chance? Why the heck would I need another chance from you? I'll come to your store again. So let me take the cars out for a test drive. And I'll choose the one that I like and buy it. In cash. Nah, you gotta be kidding me. You? Buy one of our cars? I'll tell you what I'll do instead. I'll beat the daylights out of you if you ever come to my store and ruin my reputation again. And you can count on that. All right then. Just you watch. You'll be kicking yourself soon enough. Told you not to come back to our store, didn't I? I warned you. You're dead. You're gonna regret this whole situation ever happened. You'll regret seeing Cheryl outside your store that day. What? You can't take a few punches, huh? See? You're just the same old Sam we all knew back then. Broke and weak as hell. You're the one who hasn't changed around here. Still immature like you were in high school. You know what? I've made it my personal mission to take you down. The world would be a better place without someone like you around. Huh? Trying to act like some big shot? Don't make me laugh. You didn't even buy anything today. Oh, what was it that you said to me the other day? Oh, let me take one of your cars for a test drive, and I'll get the one that I like in one lump sum. Yeah, right. You're a piece of filth. You know it wasn't because I didn't buy that car by choice. It was because I couldn't. Why? Because you beat me up. Excuses, excuses. I warned you well in advance, didn't I? What kind of an idiot walks into a boxing ring, knowing that they're up against a man who's 10 times stronger than them, huh? So that was all on you. Let me give you another warning, loser. Don't show your face at my store again. You're banned. As if I would. There's no need for that anymore. No need for that, because no car dealer would want to have a broke kid inside their store. I'd give you $1 million if there was a store that took you in. Well, like I said, there's no need for me to shop at your store nor any other car dealer now. I've already purchased 3 cars at the car dealer across the street from you. Huh? Come again? Do you have a reading problem now too? Oh, I guess you always did, didn't you? I'll write it more simply. I went to the dealership across the street, then I bought 1, 2, 3 cars. In cash, like I said. What? Aren't they a competitor of yours? Well, I guess they won't be anymore since they have no competition. They got enough sales from just that one day when I walked in. What are you talking about? Are you stupid? Oh, and I forgot to add that I've introduced my friends to them, so they'll most likely be purchasing their cars there too. Woof! Competition's getting tight for you now. Huh? Too bad this might affect your quarterly performance review, huh? Nah, you're kidding me. Am I? That's me standing in front of the store with my 3 cars. Did you get the pic? Wait, are you for real? How can you afford them? You're broke as hell. Well, that's an easy question, and I can certainly answer that for you. My parents' business turned around and started succeeding a few years ago. I know you're finding it hard to process this. Believe you me, we never thought that we would get out of being in the red back then either. But after we graduated, the family business started to look up. We became more profitable. My parents paid for me to study at one of the most renowned business colleges in the US. And eventually, I designed a completely new business model and took over the family business and ran with it. And here I am. Things turned out okay for me, to say the least, don't you think? I mean, I just purchased 3 cars just like that, didn't I? What? No. This can't be happening. I was gonna let bygones be bygones and buy them from you instead. That would have been my way of holding out an olive branch to you. All you had to do was treat me like a normal customer or even just like a normal person. Then I would have bought a few cars from you. And who knows, maybe you would have gotten a big commission from my sales. I was only a phone call away. But, oh well. I guess that ship has sailed now. No. You can't do that. I'm not listening to this. It's all a lie. Yo? Well, feel free to talk to your area manager about that. In fact, he might be giving you a call sometime soon. What? Why? What have you done? Oh, I just told him the facts. No. What did you say to him? Of course I mean about the attack, the maltreatment, kicking a customer out of the store, etc. I mean, you didn't think that you'd get away with it, did you? Oh, man. Oh, no, he's calling me now. I can't answer this. What's he gonna say? Well, I did just give you a heads up just now, didn't I? Good luck with that. Oh my God, how could you do this to me? Excuse me? You're not gonna get away with this. You shot yourself in the foot the day you decided to kick me out of your store, man. You misconstrued the person that I'd become and got so fixated on the idea that someone who used to be poor would never buy a car at your store. You refused to let me take test drives. You beat me up and kicked me out. All because you're a prejudiced, ruthless, and nasty person. Oh no. Take this as an opportunity for you to turn over a new leaf. Good luck finding a new job. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? I'm the branch manager. I've been one for over 5 years. They need me here. You're easily replaceable. But on second thoughts, it might not be as easy as you might think to get a new job now, huh? What do you mean? Well, your area manager now knows about what happened. But I've reported this to the police too. Police? You did what? Well, did you think that you were going to get away with beating me up like that the way you did? Surely not. So, I'm sure you know what kind of consequences you'll be facing now. But just in case you didn't, let me tell you. You'll have a misdemeanor charge on your records now. A misdemeanor? At the least. In other words, you'll have a criminal record. So, make sure to find a job where they won't do background checks. What? This is a nightmare. I told you that I'd make my personal mission to take you down, didn't I? Did you forget? Yeah, but I didn't think that you were serious. Well, that's your problem, not mine. Oh, man. Look, don't do this to me, man. You can still call them both up and retract all those ridiculous allegations, right? I mean, come on. We used to do this in high school all the time, right? You and me getting in a friendly punch-ups? Listen to yourself. There was nothing friendly that ever went on between you and me. Ever. Oh, come on, man. Look, what is it that you want, huh? How can we settle this, It's already settled as far as I'm concerned. Look, how about you purchase another car at our store? And then we'll tell everyone that this was all a prank. And you'll be the proud owner of a new car. I'll keep my job. And we'll all live happily ever after, huh? That's more a win-win situation. Look at you, begging for my help. How disgusting. You still haven't apologized for anything. Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Sam. For what? You know, for beating you up? Truce? Pathetic. Is that all you've got to say for yourself, then? Well, yeah, okay. I guess I should apologize for the high school stuff, too. I'm truly, truly sorry, okay? From the bottom of my heart, I swear. Cross my heart. Well, I've wanted to hear those words come out of your filthy mouth for a long time. But there's something about this that leaves me unsatisfied. Look, I apologize to you, haven't I? I guess I just need to have front row tickets to see you face the consequences of your own actions. That'll probably be when I might just accept your apology. Good luck turning over a new leaf, man. No, come on, man! A few days later, police found footage of Tyler's violent attack on the dealership security cameras. When the area manager saw it, to no one's surprise, Tyler was fired right on the spot. Tyler not only had to pay all of my hospital bills, but also my court fees and a settlement when I sued him for the attack. With no job and a lot of money to pay, Tyler is apparently just keeping his head down. Let's hope that he can leave the past behind him and truly turn over a new leaf.